How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Well, hello, listeners. This is Mikey B with the NOTLP podcast.
Mikey,
What?
do you have your talking points that Freddie gave you?
I believe
Yeah.
I have my talking points, but I'm gonna cue the prompter right now. It is currently paused and has some things I can't say on it.
Okay,
but
first of all, what month are we doing?
this is the month is currently December, and
Ooh.
it's for December. We're doing Podcaster's Choice.
Nope.
Patron's choice.
Patron's Choice.
And this is why you don't host.
Oh,
Andy!
Listen, Andy, I got hosts in different area codes.
He's doing great.
Thank you. Hey, Andy, come on. I'm still working on my QVC bit. I'm gonna get this. I got this. This is good. This is good. What do you call it? Not pandering.
Is it a nice rayon blouse that you could take from day to night?
It is. Transitions
Comes in
really
5
well.
colors.
We've got
Okay.
5 of the Vitamix blenders left in fuchsia, orange, and the black. The black is very rare. The black is usually $570. You can get it today for 6 payments of $120.
Just 6 payments.
That's more.
amazing. You know that I didn't know
Don't
this.
Patreon us.
This is this is just a little bit of trivia I found out about those, like but wait, there's more, where you get like the second pillow, you know, or whatever, that they actually charge extra shipping on the second pillow, so you're actually losing money.
What? It's not a deal?
It is not a deal.
Well, it's the oldest scam in the world. Is that what they do? Is they guarantee satisfaction on the
Shit.
project, and they will refund the product, and they say we'll refund your purchase price, but they don't refund the shipping and handling. And where they make their money is the shipping and handling,
Is it the handling?
because they're charging you like $7 to ship something that costs $3 to ship. That only costs them $2.
But can't you just take your ass to Walgreens and buy that
That's
same
what
shit?
you should do.
Yeah.
Or take it to Bed Bath & Beyond with your 20% off coupon that doesn't expire.
Did you call it DoDef and Beyond?
Dodef and Hotepin.
Here's the thing. Freddie, we say one thing, but Freddie hears another thing.
Did you hear me correctly?
Yes.
Because I'm never
I
sure.
heard you.
But
I say words wrong all the time.
Freddie just likes to not hear things correctly.
He adorableizes language.
Mitsubishi Daddy?
Mitsubishi Daddy,
That's
there it
the
is.
nicest way of putting it, Mike.
Adorableizes.
Because he doesn't. Okay.
I'm
is-
Freddie, by the way.
Hi,
Okay.
Freddie.
Oh, that's my third. See, you guys have helped me with all the talking points so far. Thank you
It's
guys for
okay.
being
It's
No,
friends.
you're hosting like you should be a hoster. You
Okay.
don't
Yeah.
need to do the,
That's right.
I don't
the
need
talking points.
That's
Right.
Andy.
Because that
Andy the complainer.
Because that handles itself eventually.
It does.
And
it
the
all works
handling
itself.
is not refunded.
Freddie, this ain't the nightly news.
It is the nightly news.
What you don't understand, listeners, is that we're allowed to pick on Freddie today.
Yes.
Because the little turd muffin spent my money yesterday without permission.
Oh, it's like Jack of the Beanstalk.
More
And
Freddie
I
than
am
Guzzi.
Amy, and I am married to Freddie. And what you don't understand when you say he adorableizes language,
Mhm.
what he does is he does have some hearing loss. That is true. But instead of reading the context clues of a sentence, he just goes, "Did you just say don't deaf and beyond?" Okay. Do you think that's what he said?
So cute. And do you think there's a store called Doe Definitely?
What do they sell there?
Doe Def Comedy
Hearing
Jam
aids.
Records.
A deaf female deaf.
But I will say,
Yeah.
he is a little turd muffin, and he
came home with beans yesterday.
Jack, head in the sack. That was for Emily.
He doesn't hear anything.
Yeah.
He's very
Little sound
obnoxious, but at the same
Aw.
time, I love him.
You love him.
I'm glad
I
you
love
love me.
him.
Oh, look
Okay.
at that. You're getting glassy eyed.
I
I might
Baby.
be feverish right now.
oh shut up.
Very sick.
Are you sick of us picking on you?
No, I'm medically ill.
Oh my gosh,
This could be it, guys.
It is not it.
it's not it.
We're not letting it be
Did
it.
you say magically, Bill?
Magically Bill.
Oh. So that's
It's for the pick
Freddie adorableizing.
I said suddenly Susan.
Amy on the sticks.
Suddenly, Susan.
Oh, that's a good one.
You're welcome.
Why'd you do the Coke nose?
Because Susan.
Because I took a bunch of Coke.
Susie
Is that what
loves
you
Coke.
say? Do you take Coke?
You didn't see, but Amy did cocaine nose.
Cocaine.
To your cocaine users listening, do you say you took some Coke?
You did a bump.
A bumped.
Bumps in the ground.
Did you say bumps in the grum? You did that time, right?
I did. You got it right.
Bumps in the grum. That's a very
Bumps
like
in the grum.
that's like a Grimm's fairy tale hip hop
Yeah.
song.
Do you know who has bumps in their grum right now?
Who has bumps in the grum?
Kelly.
It's his monthly vomiting spree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, you get the throw ups a lot. I worry about you. I
yeah.
worry a lot.
Do you know if you plant 3 bumps in the grum, you'll grow a giant beanstalk that'll take you to all of the Apple Watches you could ever imagine?
It's amazing.
Yep.
That's what Freddie spent my money on yesterday without permission.
Well, here's the thing. I sold my Blu-ray collection.
I will murder you.
And then
Did you
Amy
pare it
thinks
down?
I got rid of all my
Is that why this one's sitting
all my
here?
hard media. In Mike's classic monsters collection is on the table because I made a note. I was like, I better return this to him so that I can open up that 2 inches of shelf space.
It is a big collection. This is the collection that has the 3D version of
Creature
Creature of
Yeah.
the Night.
3D
Yeah.
of a 40
watched
I thought
it.
we all watched it together.
Remember, Amy?
Was I asleep?
Oh,
You
maybe.
probably fell asleep.
Was that crab leg night when I threw up and passed out on your couch?
It was the same night we. Oh, it could have been crab legging it.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Amy
Amy's crab
vomited.
legging it.
Do you guys want crab legs for lunch today?
No.
How about crab leg chowder? Mm.
Grr.
I don't like crab. I don't like any seafood really.
Served on a deck. Served on a patio. Like
Crab
on
deck.
the actual patio where Amy threw it up.
You know it's cold out.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Oh, I still have beautiful memories of the rainbow that was cast as I was spraying my garden hose across your legs in that beautiful sundress. It was like Amy's little promise to the world that even when she pukes, she's a trooper.
Here's the thing, and I know we've talked about this before, but just a reminder to listeners, if Mike makes you a Mike tie, be careful. Make sure you've already eaten. Don't drink it too fast.
Don't drink it too
Because
fast.
this bitch ain't playing.
I ain't playing.
But
I don't
anyway.
play. Not with my mic ties.
Andy, you went to a concert last night.
Signature.
Oh yeah, it's the debut show of this up and coming band
Yes?
called Patchwork.
Yeah.
Oh.
And who in Patchwork?
Who in it?
Who in it?
Who
Beyonce?
in it?
Kelly's eldest.
His fruit of his loins.
His
Yeah.
first progeny.
Making
I-
the music.
Did I use that word right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. His prodigal son.
Yeah.
Wait.
And
The
how was
prodigal
it?
son returns.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was so cute to see Kelly so proud of his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got teary-eyed.
Yeah.
He's a good dad.
And for one like tiny moment, I understand why people have kids.
Yeah.
It's like for that all that that time and effort and nights spent not sleeping is worth it. I mean, it hasn't convinced me that kids are worth it, but I kind of get it now.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
happy for them.
yes.
I get that feeling when we're at Disney sometimes. I get both the reason why to have them and the absolute reason not to.
So it was that one moment where Kelly was wiping a tear from his eye. I was like, "Oh, I get it now." I mean, like kids still aren't worth it, but for if some people it is.
Yeah.
You could always do some volunteer work with kids.
Nope.
Okay.
I've thought
Yeah.
about that
Yeah.
because I'm a childless woman.
Yeah.
Child free by choice, y'all. Is that what we call ourselves?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to have kids because that's just not something I want.
Me
But I
neither.
want to support children. I always vote for school levies.
Yeah.
I'm happy
Can't
to
be a
pay
child,
taxes,
be a child supporter.
right? And I'm like,
Like Roy Moore.
I don't want to do it like that. But I do think about like helping kids with their homework and
Support
shit.
them with your hands, Amy, and your mouth and your tongue.
'Cause your hands are not your own.
Andy.
Gross.
That is gross.
So
Andy.
I do look into it sometimes. I'm like, oh, help the kids. And then I'm like,
Kids scare me.
They're pretty scary.
I like them younger.
I just don't know what to say to kids.
Here's the secret.
Middle school age.
Here's a secret for you about kids. Kids are terrified of everything.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't
And
know.
Kids have a worldview that I'm really up on it today, aren't I? Sorry.
Sound fine.
Kids have a worldview that everything is about them.
Yeah.
And well, that's actually adolescence.
Right.
So really, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
Like a cockroach or a
Like-
spider.
Yeah.
Did you just bang into your mic, Mike?
I did. I'm having spatial issues. It's a spatial morning for me.
You're spatial cadet.
I'm spatial. Okay, so that was Andy
Yes.
with a actually a nice moment of.
That is really sweet.
Yeah,
I'm really
sweet.
I
And
didn't know you were
Patchwork-
going.
And they were really good too.
Yeah.
And Colin is the not the lead guitarist, backup guitarist. Is that such a thing?
Rhythm?
Oh, rhythm? I don't know. Bass.
Rhythm and blues.
Is there
Rhythm
what's
is
the
an
difference
answer.
between rhythm and bass? Is it the same thing?
Well, the rhythm section is the drums, the bass, and the rhythm guitar.
I don't know. He played guitar,
Essentially.
and he's the lead singer, and he's really good. He reminded me of Kelley a lot.
Yeah.
In terms of like voice.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been there, but I'm dying.
Yeah.
You know,
Sorry,
Aw.
Colin.
I have an idea for another podcast because of how you do music lessons for Andy. It's one of the best things in the world.
Oh my gosh.
when you do, what was the 5-part harmony that when you were
We were teaching Andy how harmony works one night.
you were because I have no
And-
idea either, but I appreciate it.
We ended up on a lot of YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was a good lesson plan actually, Freddie.
Thank you.
Mm.
I've taken some lessons and I try to shout out to Hal Thomas, my vocal coach, who I've known for years, a great man, who you know, put a lot of knowledge in my brain, and you know,
So
I'm happy to share.
in many ways, he was a mentor to
He
you.
was a mentor.
He invested into you, child. You were his young Padawan.
He teaches singing on YouTube now. He has a YouTube show.
Oh, really?
That does, yeah, singing
Give it-
lessons. I'll have to have Andy check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
Music's hard. I don't get it.
Freddie always says that anybody could learn how to sing, and I don't think that's true.
If you can talk, he can sing.
I can't even whistle, Freddie.
Oh.
I had.
I can't either.
In college, I had to do a. I did an exchange of services because for a culminating project, you had to find a someone that you could exchange services with, whatever. But I did counseling for someone who was in a music program and did music voice lessons. But the part I wasn't ready for is the performance piece that I had to do. So I'm
The
hoping
recital?
there was
Did you have a
I had a recital. I've had a couple recitals in my time that I hope that nobody videotaped because it was real
Yeah.
nerve-wracking to stand up there in front of people. Because I always believed my voice is much lower, and he wanted me to go much higher, and that was very uncomfortable for me to do that in front of people.
I had the reversey.
You had a reversey?
Well, yeah, like I had to learn that I could sing lower because my instinct was always to sing very high.
Oh.
Huh. We could have met in the middle.
We could have.
I went to a recital of Freddie's
Yeah?
that
Yeah.
his voice teacher had
Yeah,
of his students. What did you sing? Is that when you sang Ave Maria?
maybe.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
I sang Ave Maria at somebody's wedding. I can't
Yeah.
remember.
It
which
was
one.
at Doug's wedding.
Doug's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a recording of that?
Probably.
You do have a really awesome voice.
He's
Aw,
he's got
he
a
does.
beautiful. He sings like a goddamn
Did
angel.
you
He
sing?
does.
Was it Ave Maria and Jesus Loves Me?
It's funny. He's kind of like Bill Murray a little bit with that. You know, like he usually does comedy singing, but then when you
Right.
get to the real voice
The
in
real
there,
shit.
it's like, oh God,
Yeah.
check him
Thanks,
out.
guys. Thanks.
He's handsome. He's talented, but he's just
check
fucking
him out.
annoying.
Some
Check it out.
stuff coming up in this episode.
No!
Andy's going to review Residue for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette, which looks nice and gory. And we're going to talk about The Mad that Jeremy Burmeister picked
Yeah, we are.
Beer.
in our main
Beer.
attraction. But we want to address the Patreon
Oh, we need to.
controversy.
Yeah. What the
If you
fuck?
want to call it a controversy. We encourage you.
It's more of a scandal.
It's not a scandal.
It's salacious, guys.
Scandalous.
There
Salacious.
has been a shift at Patreon that some of us smaller creators, and don't be fooled, we are a small creator.
We're itty bitty.
We're itty bitty. This could cause problems for us down the road. Hopefully it won't. But Patreon is shifting the burden of fees from us, the creator, where we happily pay those fees, to the donors, the patrons. And I know we've lost a patron. I don't know if that's why. When this was announced,
Because that patron passed away. Just
Just
kidding.
just
I don't know why.
It's uncomfortable. I don't like it, and I don't understand the reasoning. And it feels like this thing where Patreon is like, well, these bigger creators, they make us more money, so we're
Right.
gonna worry about them more, which just feels
Dirty economics.
yeah, and it just feels like the shift in this fucking world right now. This whole idea of trickle down economics and bullshit like that, and I just want our listeners to know that Patreon is supporting this show. Your donations support this show and make us it happen, and I don't know what else to do if I
Right.
don't use Patreon, and it's just an uncomfortable situation, and I don't like the shift. It
That's
feels
all right.
dirty.
Here's
So-
the thing: we have bought into Patreon, and we're not leaving Patreon. But
I would like to
you
let
can
them
talk
know.
to the Patreon and give them feedback and tell them you prefer the old. Unless you're fine with the way it is, that's cool. I'm a patron of a couple of shows myself, and I don't mind paying that fee.
So
But
give
some people may.
give them an idea of how much they're going to have to pay.
Well, it's just a percentage. It's like I want to say it's 3.9%.
it was
It's broken down.
2.9.
If you go to our Patreon page, I think the last podcast on the left guys summed it up perfectly.
Yeah.
I made a post yesterday that I copied and pasted what they said because they said it perfectly. Read that. It'll summarize it for you. I hope that this doesn't discourage anyone who is thinking of donating or anyone who's currently a patron of the show, because that is, like I said, we're 100% bought in. That is what keeps Night of the Living podcast happening, especially now that we have invested so much into the show, just based upon that plan. So we have to stick with that plan, and we hope that if you want to support the show, please continue to do so. If you want to become a new supporter, we really appreciate you.
Patreon.com/NOTLP. If you want to reduce your pledge, I understand. I don't want anybody to be like out of money that they don't have to give.
Right. So
Do what
so this
feels
is-
right in your heart.
Is this set in stone? Patreon's going to do this?
That's
well,
what they've-
it's effective
Yeah.
starting this month.
Okay.
So it does, the way they framed it is it means creators are getting a little bit more. It's really dollars, and so it really doesn't affect unless you donate to a lot of programs or a lot of projects. It's not a huge deal, but to someone it might be, and we just want to make sure that our patrons and listeners know we understand that completely. So but if you want to check it out, if you want to support the show, again, that's the number one. That's how this happens. So please continue to support us. We do appreciate it.
I don't want to have to go back to tricking.
Yeah, treating every trick that we're meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's all. That's all. Simply put, we can get into the fun stuff now.
I didn't know that's how their show was supported before. You're tricking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Amy was turning
Was
Tricking
out
and
Amy.
sketching.
That's how
Oldest
we
Remember
Profession.
sketching?
I'm an old pro. What is that?
Yeah.
Sketching, rollerblades on the back of cars. Anybody do that?
Well,
Is that what that was called?
Sketching.
You're such an old man.
I know.
I called that Marty McFlyin.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate your hoo-ha, Amy.
Thank you. It works
Yeah.
hard.
It's tricky.
She works hard.
So can
But don't.
they call their local senators and congressmen?
No, but they should for net neutrality. That's the other thing.
Okay, tell us a little bit about net neutrality.
If you probably have heard about this in the
Sorry.
news, but if you didn't, the basic concept is this. Currently, the internet is an open and free place where bandwidth is the same for everyone if you have
For
the same kind of
every-
access.
Everything that is in the internet, you can't.
Yeah.
Yes.
So your provider can kind of control what you surf on the internet, right?
Currently, no.
But once it
if-
goes away,
if they
that
end
they-
net
they
neutrality,
could.
what could happen is a company like, Spectrum, for instance, could throttle or block certain websites, slow access. It's just a way of big business to control what you see
and
consume.
they would charge you more for access to
Right.
these websites
Or
if
you
they
could-
if they wanted to.
Yeah, your internet could be broken down into plans.
Yeah.
Like if you want Netflix, you have to pay this much. But if you also want to be able to access social media, you got to pay that.
Mhm.
It's kind of how they're pricing it on the Disney cruise we're about to go on.
Mhm.
yeah.
Where there are different levels of internet you can buy on the ship, and one is like if you just need to like check your email, it's this price. If you want to look at social media too, it's an extra charge. And if you want to do this, it's an extra charge. And that's what could happen
Yeah.
and probably what will happen.
Well, I just need to know how this will affect my porn habits.
It's
Well,
gonna fuck your shit up.
Say you get somebody who's really anti-porn on the board of one of these companies, they could just totally cut you off. Andy.
Say you live in a place where you only have one internet provider.
I'm gonna have to go back to the spank bank.
Yeah,
I
you're gonna
know.
have to go back to the box of magazines under your bed.
This could revive the catalog business if you think about it.
Good.
Because then, if you can't get your porn, then you're stuck back with the Sears and Roebuck bra section, and then we're back to killing trees.
I'm gonna have to go back to looking at the underwear aisle.
I know.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, I forgot my audience.
Um,
Not the bra
sorry,
section.
Mike.
Sorry.
I read or listened or something on a big thing about that. A lot of this was coming from because of people the unpluggers So maybe that's just because it affects me. I don't have cable. So the way that they're getting back at us is because we stream most of our TV through Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Well,
so
they're getting back at us
that.
by getting all these services. Like Disney's going to have their own service. And, and like CBS has their own service now. I think they're going to break.
That was easy to not worry about.
I'm fine with that. That part of it's fine with me.
That's their content. They can do what they want, with
but
it.
It just seems eventually we're going to be paying just as much as cable.
But the means of access,
all these other services
you're doing the double jerk off motion when you're describing that.
I'm grabbing.
Yeah, you're grabbing. The a la carting. I love I for the longest time I remember going to a Comic-Con a long time ago, and when Game of Thrones was getting ready to come out, and I really wanted to watch it, and they were really hyping it up, and I said, are they ever going to do something where I don't have to have cable and I can just buy HBO? And the guy laughed at me. So I'm really excited now that we're changing.
I do like the a la carte, but when I'm afraid that NBC is going to pull all their shit off of like Hulu, and like ABC is going to do the same thing, and we have to get all these.
This is why.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You know what I do then?
I
stop watching those programs.
Make sure your parents still have cable. That's all you have to do. You take their password. The thing is, what I don't understand, and I will never understand. Somebody explain this to me.
Yeah,
is when I watch things on NBC's app or Sci-Fi's app or ID Discovery, which I do a lot because I love murder. I'm forced to watch the commercials. I'm just forced to. But if I had cable, I'd have a DVR and I'd tape it and I'd fast forward through your bullshit.
Right.
Why won't you give me more of this?
There's Hulu has that double tier where you can pay the little extra more to cut the cable.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I think am I understanding you right, Amy, that you're saying that
why wouldn't you as a content creator or as a network
go to the format that forces the viewer to see the commercial instead of letting people
let me pay you a little extra. That's fine.
Yeah. I'd love to watch some A&E shows and put the commercials back in. I'd be fine with that.
And you won't give it to me. And I want to watch your product, and I don't mind some commercials. So why won't you let me have that?
In particular, I love those. Ironically, it's DirecTV commercials where they're like people who stick with cable.
They're like, get rid of cable. I'm like, DirecTV, you are fucking cable.
Yeah. But they're talking about the wet grocery bags. And the lady's bags fall apart, and she goes, "Yes."
I do think that it's a brave new world of video content, because I'm seeing new stuff all the time. I just pulled up YouTube and saw that you can get like basic. I don't know anything about it other than that they were like, YouTube TV. That's basically your basic ABC, CBS, NBC, and then ESPN. Yeah. But I'm glad that those options would just be nice to simplify it a little bit. But at the same time, I'm so behind on the shows I want to watch, and
there's so much out there.
Finally changed my brain head to being okay with just going, oh yeah, tonight I'm gonna stream, or I'm gonna like power through this show. I'm gonna power through the Sarah Silverman show, which by the way is awesome.
It's great.
I love you, America is so good.
It is good. Tell us why it's so good.
I just don't want to pay for porn. That's all I want to.
Okay.
That's all I care about.
We'll tell you what. If something happens to your porn, I'll make Freddy go out and fuck some dudes on the street and film it for you.
Oh.
Would that help?
Sure, because I'm into
free.
that.
That's tricky.
I'll trick him.
You think I'm that easy?
I don't know. It's just about dicks and butts and stuff, right?
Dicks and butts.
Isn't that how it works, Andy? I don't get it.
So in your mind, if I just see a parade of dicks and butts, just go by, like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of the reasons Mike was saying, tell us why Sarah Silverman is so great, is an example is she reveals her porn search terms as
when she masturbates.
as pocket pussies.
Mattress fucking.
Mattress fucking, comma verbal. It was funny.
It is really funny.
I Love You, America. It's on Hulu. If you haven't watched it yet, your life is bad and wrong. Get on that.
And I think for a show, like especially for Sarah Silverman to do a show like that, where, I know a lot of people don't. A lot of conservatives, especially, do not like Sarah Silverman's brand of humor, but she really does a great job of reaching across the line, like trying to understand the other sides.
There's a lot of love in that show. I
think it's great.
Trying to be very positive.
It's in the title, Amy.
I know.
To shift back away from TV and net neutrality to Patreon for one moment.
Oh my gosh.
Night of the Comic will return Wednesday. Oh, wow. So we've had a long break. Dave Scarecrow Oven, he's been conning like crazy.
Oh, wow.
Such a grifter.
The long
Yeah.
con.
Yeah, the long con. He's been working conventions and
Did you?
he's been arting all over the place.
He's been doing a lot of arting.
Oh, the bottom of my box says Scarecrow Oven.
Oh, there it is.
Speaking of Scarecrow Oven, did you say or did I hear that he went to MondoCon?
Yeah.
That's one of the cons that's really. There's 2 new cons that just came out. I'm really interested in PAX.
Yeah.
There's a PAX Unplugged, which is their board game con that just happened, and then the MondoCon, which I know has been going on for a few years. But some of the pictures from that of the art. I mean, if you're into movie posters or movie art or TV art, man.
If you want to come out Wednesday, if you're free, you can ask him all about it. You let me know.
I got my copy of The Thing Collector's Edition. That's done with it's Mondo artists that did the collector's edition.
Was it Scarecrow Oven's art?
I don't think so.
I didn't know if he was in that because he did.
Way to make it awkward.
Well, I was just wondering. I didn't know.
It's a Mondo exclusive, the art part. They're going to be releasing The Thing for my board gamers out there.
Yeah.
They're going to be releasing, it's a mass market game, but there was an art edition that they only did, I think it's like the number of like 1982 or whenever The Thing came out. They only did that many copies of it. That's an artistic render of the board game pieces.
That's a fun little thing they did. We're only going to make as many as when the year and then when it happened.
Right. Unless
The board
somebody
game
got that
looks
for me
pretty
for
cool.
Christmas, in which case then I'll give mine to eBay for money.
Donate it to eBay for
I'm sorry
money.
if somebody did, because it would have been the perfect gift for me. But I bought it for myself. Treat yourself.
Michael.
Sorry. Sometimes I have to.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, okay. So hosting duties. I think we covered intro. We covered
What we were
Patron,
doing.
Jeremy's Choice,
Little banter.
a little banter. Anything else, anybody?
Is that okay, Freddie?
You guys did pretty good. I would go as far to say that you all are very good.
Very good. Do I need
Very
to,
good.
is there an improvement plan? I know
Well,
that there
I
was
think
some...
I'll give you guys a gold star. I'm going to give you the compliment sandwich.
Oh, I like
Okay.
a compliment sandwich.
He's
First-
taking his hoodie off for this
Taking my hoodie
section.
off. It's a little
He's
warm.
undressing in front of us
Help
for the
me,
compliment
Amy.
sandwich.
I had to help him.
Looks like he's getting ready for an ass whipping or something.
All right, I'm going to kick everyone's ass in the room. No, you guys, you did great on everything. I would appreciate whoever is silently farting and filling the room with gas would stop.
That's Millie.
And everybody looks nice.
Aw.
There's the other slice of bread.
I haven't showered, brushed my teeth, or put deodorant on today.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
One
Ladylike.
other thing, we will not be here,
Oh my gosh, where are we going?
but we will try because we're going to be in Mexico, which has been a,
Not going, not
a
going,
trip
not going.
2 years in the making. Unless I die between now and then, as Andy is convinced that I'm going to die before we leave, or one of us is going to.
So
be
normally we release
dismembered.
these bad boys on Sunday. We're gonna miss the next 2. Sorry about it, but I got to go see Mickey Mouse's boat.
On a boat.
But we are going to try to plant some Easter eggs for you
I'm
guys.
so glad you said boat and not something else.
Mickey Mouse's butt.
Yeah.
You want to be up in Mickey's butt?
Ugh,
It's
Mickey doesn't
mousy
have
in
a
there.
butt. He's
His
smoothed
mouse
down
hole.
there completely.
It's mouse hole.
His mouse.
Listen,
It's 11:50.
that was Mickey.
Oh my god, Freddie.
It's adorable.
Anyway, so but we're gonna try to pump out some stuff.
Sometimes I wish I was deaf and blind.
The Apple Watch twins need to back off.
Jesse, you love Jesse.
God, Helen Keller. Oh, sometimes
Now-
I envy her.
Now there's Woody on my phone and he's walking up
I
to
wanna-
my time.
I want to go Wawa so bad.
I showed Andy that too, and he rolled his eyes at me, and he basically non-verbally assholed me.
Okay, here's the thing, folks.
Oh
He
my
did a
god.
non-verbal asshole wink.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
A non-verbal asshole wink.
Hold the motherfucking phone.
Oh shit.
I have no problem with Apple. It's like when these
These two.
Oh,
I know.
careful,
Careful, careful,
weirdos.
please.
they just talk about it nonstop.
I know.
We love Apple. We're a couple of fanboys.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
We're Apple heads.
An apple a day
Yeah, but keep it
keeps
to
the
yourself.
beating away.
Oh, I won't keep it to myself.
I just
That's
don't
it's
like-
called proselytizing, Andy.
I don't
you heard
like-
the good news.
I just don't like pushy people. Keep
Yeah,
it to
that's
yourselves.
all right. I'm gonna push it all over you.
His sass is out.
I'm just like recommend it. Hey, this is a cool Apple Watch, but then STFU about it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Sure.
Could
Pretty
you?
great.
The thing you bought without asking?
It's 11:52.
Oh my god. All right.
Love, loving things.
I'm going to murder everyone in this room.
Okay, we can move on.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Hello, boys and girls. It's time for Straight-to-Video Russian Roulette.
Andy, because Kelly's not here.
I took a movie bullet for him.
You sure did.
Aw.
Thank God Elise texted us at 8:30 in the morning telling us that Kelley was thrown up.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Because I need updates on Kelley's guts.
How them guts doing?
All up in them guts.
Go to kellysguts.com.
Ooh, we should.
But if net neutrality goes away, then that would be
it's gonna be so
throttled.
expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm okay with that.
You kind of pay extra to go to kellysguts.com.
Get all up in them guts.
Yeah. So thankfully she gave us enough time to like watch something else.
Yeah.
I just looked I said I got enough time. I looked for the shortest movie I could find.
He's got a movie death wish.
Yeah. I just said think if you like this, you might like this. I just went down the line, looked at how long they were.
Yeah.
That's smart.
So 122.
Ooh, yeah.
You're a winner.
The greatest
Come
gift
on down.
Andy ever gave was convincing the world he could watch a shitty movie for a friend.
Come on down, Residue. You're the next contestant on.
That title is awful.
Yeah.
Would you say this was a
Gets me the creepy
residue
crawlies.
or a residue?
Residue.
Was it residue? I think it looks like a lot of fun just looking at the IMDb page.
Sure.
No.
Okay, it has you know what it has? Cigarette Smoking Man.
William B. Davis?
Yeah.
Max Headroom's in it.
And Matt Frewer and Costas Mandalore.
No.
Costas what?
Mandalore.
Costas Mandalorian.
From the Saw
Boba Fett.
franchise. How did that guy become an actor? Like, look at him. He looks stupid.
With a name like that, you have to be an actor.
You're right.
Costas what?
I'm sure he's nice. I didn't mean that Costas Mandalore.
Mandalore. You have to say it like that.
Mandalore.
All right,
I
tell
don't know.
us.
He has a
Is he
James
full of
Remar vibe about him.
Mandalorians.
And I'm sure there's other people in this movie, but I don't remember. They look familiar.
Yeah.
But
Which is really
that's it.
bad considering you watched it literally 7 minutes ago. You finished that movie.
If you don't know me by now, you know that I have a bad memory.
Oh, I want to sing that so bad.
Do it.
You
don't
know me by now.
Andy hates it when you guys do that.
Never know me.
Again.
Something else Andy hates.
Again.
Who sings that?
I don't hate it.
Maybe it should
I
stay
just
that
hate
way.
it when it happens all the fucking time.
Well, guess what? We're going to be on that boat.
you so much right now.
We're going to be on that boat.
I like
And you
that
can't get away.
because That's the one I bring up all the time.
It's a
Which
good
one?
Khalees.
Remember that song?
I hate you so much right now.
So residue.
Anyway, I like the premise of it because
Yeah.
it's like a cursed object.
Yeah.
I love cursed object movies. Like it reminded me a lot of Oculus, actually.
Ooh.
Remember Oculus?
Yeah.
That was real good.
It was really good.
But this is about this private detective. He is on a case and he has to deliver this box to a
Gotta deliver
client.
that box.
Yeah, all up in that box.
Wow.
And he has but something happens and he brings the box home and opens it, and it's his book that was written by this explorer like 200 years ago, and it describes his descent into madness. And while you're reading this, you also
Little Lovecraftian.
descend into madness too.
Oh dear.
It makes you see things. It fucks with your time.
It's very Lovecraftian.
I like it.
I like the idea of it, but the execution. That's the problem. Maybe it's because I don't get time travel. It's probably more me because I'm a dummy.
You're not a dummy.
Just time travel shit just fucks me up.
I
Time
like
travel-
that fuck up. You don't like the fuck up. That is the difference.
No, I like the idea of it, but it just fucks my mind up too much.
I know. I'm going to rewind in time travel a little bit because I know this discussion's already happened. Where were you with Butterfly? Where were you with Butter? I'm sorry.
Okay,
that was
but
my repeat. Butterfly Effect.
That's the last one you get, bitch.
What about me? How many more do I get?
Andy likes varieties of spice of life. Sorry.
That was okay because that just skimmed the surface of it. It wasn't too time jumpy
Okay.
necessarily.
Quit staring at your fucking Apple Watch and engage, Freddy.
I'm looking at my heart rate. It's elevated.
Oh my god.
That was
Yeah, I
okay.
think you guys have
because
excited me
It
too
didn't
much.
get too time jumpy.
Okay.
It just skimmed the surface of time jumpiness.
And Back to the Future, when the picture starts erasing.
I could overlook that stuff because it was so fun.
Okay.
So
and I grew up with that movie, so I can forgive a lot of like the plot holes of time and stuff.
Gotcha. So I'm creating a full loop now because I know this conversation's already happened. So it's when it's fun, it's okay. But when it's there, because I think a lot of times the plot device is as the mindfuck. You don't like that.
Did you like Triangle?
Yes, I did like that a lot.
That was a good
Oh,
one.
and that's a tricky one too.
That's very tricky.
Time travel is mindfuck.
Did you like Time Crimes?
Chronos?
Time Cop.
Here's the thing. I like these movies, but I don't like them at the same time
Okay.
because they're...
Because the mindfucked
yeah.
upness.
I just don't get it.
Quantum
Brain
Leap.
can't get around. Predestination.
It's like if you do a time travel movie about music, then I'll just shoot myself in the head.
Oh.
A time
What if-
travel musical.
Oh my god.
What if it was a poem about time travel?
And music. I don't get poetry either. What? Okay. I can't be the only one that doesn't get shit. What?
No, of course not.
What is something that y'all don't get?
Math.
Yeah, there.
Budgets.
Oh my god, math.
Excel.
Oh, I love Excel.
I
though.
hate it. I just
What
don't get it.
I don't
It makes me feel
understand
so
why
dumb.
people like Facebook. I don't understand why people do Snapchat.
Minecraft. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I get so much shit for that because I love Legos and I love
Yeah.
video games. So everyone's like, "You'll love Minecraft," and I don't. I don't get it.
I mean, I don't get Tom Cruise.
I can't get no satisfaction.
Why do people like The Big Bang Theory?
I don't.
I just don't understand these
Don't
things.
like the Big Bang Theory.
You a banger?
Is that what the fans are
I
called?
don't know. I was watching something
Everybody keeps
where that was
telling
the
me,
joke.
and by everybody I mean my older family members,
No, she's not a banger. She's
that
more-
I should watch Young Sheldon. And I'm like, what about me makes you think?
You're like, I don't like old Sheldon, motherfucker. That's what she says.
What about Sheldon?
middle Sheldon?
Just Sheldon.
Just Sheldon.
Okay, I think I would have liked this movie a lot better. A lot better?
You did great.
A lot more.
Yes.
If
You know what else I don't
I
get?
don't know.
What? How hard is it to figure out your, and your?
Oh,
That's
And your.
that's a.
Everyone makes that
problem with
mistake
me on that.
eventually.
And your. Of course I have
Sooner
too.
or later.
And some people are like, quit correcting people's grammar because you're just being an asshole and you're imposing your fascist beliefs about, no, what's wrong with telling people to spell things correctly and to talk like a normal goddamn person so I understand what you're saying? I'm not being an elitist.
But do you know what they mean when they say you're? Like, you're welcome, and you're like, is it my welcome?
It's about context, Amy.
I guess.
No,
I understand what you're saying, but
as someone who's had you proofread every text or Instagram that I've ever done, especially when I've had a margarita, I can tell you that when someone posts under one of my posts, like, "Aren't you an educator?"
Yeah.
And they're right, and I should know better. But that's not where
I'm not gonna like.
my intentionality is.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not
Made
gonna
up a
come
word.
up to you and be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore." But like, don't get mad. You're just being embarrassed and lashing out and being defensive when you get mad when somebody corrects you. And if I'm just trying to help you,
If Amy
what's wrong
were
with
a
that?
doctor in the Doctor Who series, bringing it back to time travel, and someone's like, I don't understand. Why is it bigger on the inside? She would be like, look, I'm trying to help you.
Well, can I?
and I'm not perfect either. There's things I don't know.
I'm just gonna just to say on this one.
Right.
Here's where I am with that. It's like when you see somebody's fly is undone.
Yes.
There are two ways to handle that. There is like XYZ, dude,
Right.
where everybody looks and gets to notice that your fly is done, or you can politely go up to the person and say, "Hey, just so you know, XYZ."
So are you advocating for DMs where you're like, I don't know if anybody.
Well, I'm not
brought
going
this
to
up
do
you
that,
yet,
but I will.
I would want if I put something that made me sound like a dum dum, I would
Yeah.
want somebody to DM me or text me and be like, "Hey, dude, like just so
That's
you
the
know,"
dumbest
because then I can go
thing.
back and correct it and not feel like a big dum dum. My English is not great, and yes, I'm an educator, and there's a bunch of shit I don't know.
But people have different strengths in life, and that's fine. And I don't care. Social media is whatever.
Some people have upper body.
But like,
strength.
I have somebody on my team at work,
Some
and
people like pickles more than cucumbers.
they misspell things all the time, and I even correct him. And I'm like, listen, you're sending this to clients, and I need to make sure that you
Right.
look
Okay,
professional.
well, here's the thing.
Different.
Don't they have spell check on their computers? Wouldn't it catch it right away?
These are the things I want to know as well.
Like Kelley, when you send texts,
Well, that's different.
It
It's a
should-
text. But my
But when he sent texts that have like 3 consonants all back to back, and he still sends it.
he turns off autocorrect. He's said that.
Because he doesn't like being told what to do.
But I think in a professional setting, or when you're trying to make an argument or a point,
About
And
time travel, for instance.
and not social media or whatever, and I don't like that as an attack. If you're debating with somebody and they're like, "Oh, it's your, not your,"
Right.
well, that's not okay. You're being a dick back then. But I'm just saying, like, it's not elitist to want somebody to try to communicate in a gooder way. Okay,
It's
that's
about
all I
intention.
want.
It's all about intention. That's what friends are for, too. By the way, there's a big difference between if
Wish I
Amy
had my
were.
harmonica right now.
Yeah, that.
So I could be like,
That was the hardest thing y'all ever did, biting your tongue on that.
I
right?
bet. I bet it's so
That's
hard just for you, Andy.
Keep
She's
I
got
don't know the
more.
words.
You only took them away from me.
That's your one That's your one
Oh,
strike.
you just burned your last
So
one.
did you like Residue?
I did. It had, actually, I think I did, even though I don't get
Did we
it.
convince you? What? Did we convince you through
Did we just
our...
time loop?
I think we did.
You just created a quirk.
It had some.
This is not the original Andy that was here before.
It had some decent gore moments, actually.
Yeah.
well, yeah, there's one on the IMDb page when you look at the stills, there's a really cool effect of
Yeah.
somebody's head half blown away.
And the cast was real cool.
Yeah.
And I like how it not just fucked with that one person that's reading the book, it fucked with like residual people, like people.
Oh,
that,
Residue.
yeah,
Holy shit!
I think you just
but,
cracked the
but
code,
just people
Andy.
all around him.
Yeah.
So it's not just fucking with that one person; it's fucking with everybody.
And
And
fuck with
yeah.
cheese.
Like I said, I love cursed object movies,
Okay.
even though they make me feel things because the cursed object always wins.
Listeners, add this to your list of things Andy likes, like love letters. Add cursed objects.
Mm-hmm. Add it to the bingo card.
Add it to the list.
Here's an interesting thing, though, Andy. When you started this review, you did not have glasses on. So
Which one do I shoot?
I'm not sure.
This one has a mustache and a lot of glue on his old ass glasses.
Well, you know it's Andy because of that. He somehow has figured out how to do a open-toed squat position on the table. He's in position 4. Is that position 4, Andy?
He has his legs, both of his legs on the table.
It's frogging
No.
the table right now.
He is man spreading.
He's frog dogging it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
All right, so you sort of maybe recommend.
I think I do recommend it if you're a
Yeah.
smarter person than me, which you are.
Oh,
so true.
And if you like real short movies,
we do like those.
Short shorts.
So far, you've checked both
you know
Amy
what?
boxes.
I like that movies are getting shorter. I think they're listening to us.
Mm-hmm.
That we
Yeah.
like short movies.
Get out of here with
Because
your 2.5 hour
I
movies.
think they realize that there's too much shit out there, and they're making things shorter for us to consume because they know we don't have enough time to watch everything.
And also, they should start just casting little people.
Okay, well, thank you, Andy, for that review. You're a kind, generous soul. Let's see who's gonna be in charge of watching the
Well,
next.
we already know.
Oh, it's
gonna
Kelley.
be
That's
Kelly,
right.
and he's gonna watch
Well,
Camp. Oh no, he's gonna watch something different now.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to give him something different.
the movie
Camp
Pissed a
Killer.
Deer.
Well, let's just hope his
Went
guts
bye-bye.
are gonna be okay for the next show.
Ooh, his bubble gut.
Kelly, you get to watch the movie Raw.
Oh, that's supposed to be really good.
I'm not
I
in
watched
charge.
That. It's interesting.
Yeah, you've seen it?
Yeah.
It's an hour and 38
Oh,
minutes.
I think I would watch the porn version actually.
Okay, Kelly,
You're
this
thinking
movie.
of Eddie Murphy.
Can I please?
Oh, sorry,
Raw.
Kelly. This movie, it's
Force-
because I got the ice cream. You can't afford it because you're on welfare.
Forced to eat raw meat during a hazing ritual at her veterinary school. Huh? A young vegetarian develops an overpowering hunger for flesh in all its forms.
Remember we-
Raw.
Speaking of Raw, remember we went to MILF Disney World in 2010?
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. Lab
Yes.
floor.
And you can send a joke in.
Oh
Yeah,
my
through
god.
text.
We've told this story 38 times.
And one of the jokes that they sent in was like, how does Lady Gaga like her meat?
Raw, raw,
Raw.
raw, raw, raw.
And little Mikey told us that joke. Mike Wazowski told us that joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
good
so
one.
cute. And then Freddie texted, "Who farted?"
The punchline was Andy.
And I was like, can you not embarrass me in my happy place right now?
I was who farted in line while waiting to see Monsters Inc. on the floor. And the answer was Andy.
Some poor cast member in the back had to read that and go, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, not again.
Who gave these children phones to text?
Children.
Turns out 2 adults.
Do you think anybody ever sent like some Daniel Tosh jokes in? And Mike
God.
Wazowski is like, I'm a monster.
Next time I was
But for real.
I'm gonna get that truly tasteless jokes from the 80s.
Yeah.
And just like go through that and text them all.
Ooh.
Has anyone seen my scab collection?
Has anybody returned to those books? Because I have a feeling there's a lot of real stuff that doesn't belong in today's
Gonna
society.
be problematic.
An oven doesn't fart when you pull your meat out.
What's the baby in the blender joke? What's on that?
There's like a series of those, aren't there?
How do you make a dead baby float?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
oh baby.
Oh dear.
Baby.
Baby.
Are you guys done?
No, it's bad, but racial jokes are funny too.
Okay, Andy. We're gonna go forever.
I'll tell you some off air.
No, you won't. Bye.
This week's main attraction, Patron's choice. Jeremy Burmeister picked what he calls the Billy Zane classic from 2007, The Mad, starring, as we said, Billy Zane as Jason Hunt, Maggie Castle as Amy Hunt, Shauna McDonald as Monica Tapper, a horror thriller in which a doctor and his teenage daughter are terrorized by flesh-eating zombies at a truck stop.
This movie loved
okay.
itself.
Before we get into this, has someone say something about
Okay.
Jeremy?
See something,
Yeah.
say something.
I'm so glad we picked this movie. Like we picked Jeremy randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jeremy has grown up with the show.
He was
Literally.
knee high to a grasshopper.
We met him at the very first Horror Hound.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that he just had his baby then. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we've known him
Kids
forever.
in college now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just grown up with him. For the whole, he met his wife at Horror Hound.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Sweet
awesome.
Cassie.
Sweet Cassie.
And we've been to the motherfucker's wedding.
That's right.
Yeah.
One of the best
It was a
weddings ever.
fantastic
And I just
wedding.
think that Jeremy is just indicative of what I think the strength of our show is.
Mhm.
You don't get a show, you get a friend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
No, I'm serious. I think that's why people like us.
That is so true.
Because we've met so many people throughout the show because of the show.
Yeah.
Like people have traveled to see us.
We created a tribe.
We've housed some of these bitches.
Mm-hmm.
We've been on vacation with these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Bitches and motherfuckers. That's what Andy thinks of you.
But I'm just so glad that we picked Jeremy because I
Yeah.
think he
Mhm.
is like a prototype of what our fan is like.
A prototype.
Yeah.
A mascot. We have Mikey B because of the show.
Yeah, I wouldn't know y'all if it wasn't for this
Mhm.
show.
Magic. That's what it is.
So I think it was just serendipity and
Mhm.
like that we picked Jeremy for the show.
That being said, this movie made me mad.
That's why it's called The Mad, Amy.
Oh,
No, it
yeah.
made me mad.
Unlike when I get to see Jeremy or Cassie at like any event and it makes me smile and makes me happy and brings me joy, I'm with you, Amy.
They are good people.
They're good people,
Yeah.
but this movie made me mad.
It made me very mad.
This
was it bad?
It was a bad.
This is directed by John Kalangas,
Did it
not
make
to
me
be confused
sad?
with
It made
Kevin
me so
Kangas.
At
sad.
first, when Jerry picked this movie, I was glad because
Yeah.
it was Jeremy.
Yeah.
And
But
when
then
it started, it was
I
kind of
watched
fun.
The Mad, and
Yeah.
it was bad.
Now,
Now you're sad.
the movie, it's like a good premise. Like,
Yeah.
family on vacation, ends up at this, like, backwoods, like, bed and breakfast restaurant.
And they're
got
not
combo.
They're a broken home
A broken
family, like
home.
kind of like the dad is a widower. He's got a new girlfriend. The daughter doesn't like. The daughter has a goofy ass boyfriend
Right.
that the
Balake.
dad doesn't like. Balake.
Balake.
And
You're
was
right.
that was his name, Balake.
was
And that's the dynamic going in is that you have four people that every one of them doesn't get along with another one for some reason.
then
or
there's-
another.
And I was so excited because Billy Zane was not playing a villain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing just a regular dad.
Yeah.
And that was like refreshing to me because normally you associate Billy Zane with,
Bad guys.
you know,
Yeah. You're right.
And then, they eat tainted beef and then, zombies. And they're all, like, trapped in this place with the people who work at the doohickey whatevers.
Yeah, the diner thing.
Yeah, and then but the dialogue gets in its way so hard.
Has anybody ever even heard of this movie before?
No.
Jeremy
No.
recommended it.
No.
I feel like Jeremy created this somehow.
Yeah.
The whole cloth. And
On
you know,
his spare time,
Oh,
maybe?
it's the long con.
it's also impossible to find, like, unless you know exactly where to get it, like
Yeah.
on Prime.
Yeah.
You can't even search The Mad. You have to search Billy Zane.
You do? That's how I found it, too.
Yeah, and then you have to go to Billy Zane's filmography.
Are you sure that you meant this movie?
Are you sure you meant Billy Zane? It was like, I'm Zane in the membrane. That's for you, Andy.
Was it supposed to be?
It thought it was fucking hilarious.
Or was
There
it
were
trying to be
moments that were
funny
funny.
or absurdist?
Well, to me,
Like,
it was a comedy,
No, yeah, it was
Totally.
definitely a horror comedy.
first and foremost.
But it didn't.
Okay, but I give comedies a little leeway because comedy is so much harder to
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff does land.
Yeah, especially horror comedies. There's so much harder to do than regular straight up horror movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so I handicapped the movie, and I was still fucking pissed
Yes.
off at it.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
I was on board to a certain point.
And then it just derailed.
Yeah.
All you had to do to fix this movie, it's simple. You cut out the reuse of previously shot footage or previously shown footage where the movie cuts to this Nick Jr. style of editing where they
That's a
go
great way to describe
and
it.
they like slap together scenes you've already seen into like
but they put a filter on it, like old timey filter.
yeah, they put
to-
a filter on it.
to represent the past because we already seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And they have like this like new wave music play over those moments.
Yeah, that's so. I love that they have their own theme song.
Yeah. And not only does it open with a theme song, they're listening to it in the car.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it is. It
Got
reminded
a
me
lot
of
of
like
mileage out of it.
She blinded me with science.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's
maybe
very
that, like
80s,
early 80s,
yeah.
new
I did
wave.
like the song. And well, music plays an important role in this movie because Billy Zane's character is a doctor, but he was a rock star
Mhm.
before that.
He
Right.
was in a band. Let's calm down. I don't think he
Yeah.
was supposed to be a
But
rock
according to the
star.
old man who was having sex with the blow-up doll, he was a rock star.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And
What did that
is
even...
the authority.
That scene was... What?
That's another way to fix it. Cut that scene out. Cut out all the little montages. Cut it down to a 20-minute short. And Billy Zane's got some good moments in this.
Do you leave in the Billy Zane good moment where he's getting a oral pleasured? Because that was the most disruptive scene.
Freddie
Yeah.
was so proud of himself. What did you say?
Okay, I want to hear it.
I don't remember.
You're like, that's a Nickelodeon style blowjob scene. I never thought I'd see anything like that.
Yeah,
and then
okay.
Freddie said that, and then he turned to me and he goes, Nickelodeon blowjob, and he smiles at me, and I'm like, I heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, I don't know, because she's
Yeah.
got slime on her mouth.
I
don't
you
know.
can't do that on television,
You
right?
really can't.
It's just okay. It just shut up. I need your character to shut the fuck up. Oh my
Okay.
god!
But not the characters weren't likable at all.
I liked the people that worked at the diner.
Yeah. So I didn't care about the fate of these people because they're all bitches.
I thought
I kind of like Billy Zane's character.
he needed to shut up.
I do like the part when the boyfriend is bleeding and there's the line where he goes, "Can you put some pressure on that so he stops talking? I mean, stops bleeding." That's a good line. And he
I was-
delivered. He had some good deadpan delivery. And when the door kept opening
it
to
was
their,
non-
Is it called
Nonstop.
deadpan delivery or like I
Deadpan.
don't want to be here?
oh, I don't know. I think he was
And
giving
mic
it
him,
something.
okay? If your whole movie is dependent on all of his zingers,
You mean on
Billy
the
Zaners?
soft-spoken Billy Zane?
fucking mic
Zaners.
him so I can hear it.
Good one, Mike.
Thanks, Freddie.
Oh my lord!
I'm gonna call Kelly and have him send you a Zao.
I
in the-
appreciate
in the
that. A
post.
virtual Zowl. The
God, we're great on a curve today, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, that was good.
Andy.
That's a real Zaner.
All right,
that
so
was-
what
Come on.
do we want to synopsize? Or Mike, were you going to say
Well,
something?
I think you
I
did
think we
synopsize
did.
it. The family goes to this podunk
Hotel.
Okay, and then
upstate New York
zombies
hillbilly
happen.
haven.
And then at a certain point, they realize that it's the beef from the because there's a patty in the kitchen of the diner that is moving.
That was kind of
Yeah.
fun though. Like
that was fine.
the killer
I
pat.
thought that was goofy and fun.
The killer.
It was fun.
Burger patty
Yeah.
that like jumped on people, and the effects were kind of cool. It was like throbbing.
Well, this movie has some trauma-esque moments. in it.
Yes.
Also, it's shocking that Billy Zane, spoiler alert, Billy Zane's girlfriend character dies in the first act of the
Yeah.
movie, like by having, was it a pair of scissors or something
Like a
jammed into her head?
Fork in her
Yeah.
head.
And I was just like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
There was okay. Help me. Did
Okay.
this happen?
We saw this.
Yeah, it was a real movie.
Because I had a little bit of Di-Serona in my Diet Coke.
Ooh, good.
Not even that much.
In
'cause I
honor of
wasn't
Cassie's
drunk.
birthday.
I had a Cassie's birthday
Mm-hmm.
in honor of watching this movie. But so the girlfriend dies, and then later the diner guy brings her out of the freezer.
He
Her
had
dead
put her in
body.
the freezer. Yeah, I don't know why.
And then Billy Zane looks at her, and then the camera goes from her face to her crotch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was real weird. Well, he says,
No, it's like I think it's because like he was saying, "Do you recognize her?"
yeah.
And then he
Yes.
looks at the face, but then he looked at the crotch, and like, "Oh, I recognize her because I recognize her pussy."
Yeah,
But she's wearing
I guess that was the
pants.
joke.
I think that was the joke they were going for.
Oh dear God!
It was a bad joke.
Yeah.
I
If,
needed.
if it was even a joke.
Because it's not like she was naked; she had pants on still. So how can
Yeah.
you recognize your
She had her Chicos on.
girlfriend's
This woman was very
hoo-ha
Chicos.
covered up?
I just didn't get it.
That's real love right there. Real
Then-
love.
Yeah.
Okay, so the diner, and then the killer Patty, and then the boyfriend dies, girlfriend dies, so it's just Billy Zane and his daughter, and they're like, we're gonna escape and go to the farm because we think that's where the problems are coming from. And,
And
what
Billy Zane thinks he can fix everything.
he's
for
a-
some
he's a
reason.
He's a doctor.
Yes, and so the world's longest string of what is supposed to be hilarious zombie killing and talking the
Or
whole way there.
absurdist.
It was just like, shut up. Just
That they're
shut
having the father-daughter heart-to-heart.
while killing zombies at the same time.
Yeah. It was supposed to be kind of like almost a Shaun of the Dead type of scenario, I think. And
You are not Edgar Wright.
right. It wasn't competent
Okay.
enough to pull it off.
And so they get to the farm, and I'm just like, then I'm already pissed off at the movie. And then this whole fucking sequence at the farm, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going
Are you talking
on?
about with the
daughter?
daughter with the farmer and the son?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of she was getting Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, the dad's kind of like an Ed Gein-ish kind of looking character, and his son, who should be a sympathetic character, basically kidnaps them.
Yeah.
The doctor and the doctor's daughter.
I thought he was one of the better actors in the film.
Which one?
The son.
Because you thought he was cute.
The son with the southern accent, but every car in this movie says New York on it. So are they in upstate New York or are they in the
Right.
South? Where the hell did you come
Well,
from?
I've heard that upstate New York is the new South.
Whatever.
That's what happens. You get far enough north, you're south again.
It's like
That's
time
true if
went
you
all
go to
the way
Ask,
around.
Middletown.
ask the Newells.
I don't get time travel.
It's-
So the
culture
daughter,
travel.
whose boyfriend had just died, but then
Right.
she had the heart-to-heart with her dad on the way over to the farm, where she's like, I was probably going to break up with him. So then they get to the farm, and she meets the son, the farmer's son, and she's just like flirting with him, and like
even after her dad is chained up
Yeah.
in the barn,
And then
after they're kidnapped.
then she does like that
she Ellie
the
Mae's
farmer's
herself.
daughter
Yeah.
outfit. She does that, ties her shirt at the waist and
Okay,
has
see,
the breast out.
Yeah, she's
Pigtails.
very. Yeah, I thought that she was. I thought they were trying to pull something off there together, so that wasn't what was
Right.
happening.
No, she was truly flirting and into this dude.
Because
Right.
I had it like the moment where he's chained up, but he's not. They do like these cute little winks to the camera, and like but the
He's
guy is
pretending to be
actually
out.
walking up to him with instruments that could kill him. But he pretends to be asleep at the moment that he could be killed.
Right.
So I don't understand what the plan was ever supposed to be, except for I'm going to pull faces at the camera every time the guy turns his back. But pretty much whenever he wants to kill me, I'm going to get killed.
Filmmakers, I need to be able to understand what your characters are doing, who your characters are, what their mode. I need to have some basis.
Something to hang your hat on.
I gotta hang a hat on some
somewhere
shit.
to pack your meat.
And I didn't understand where to put my meat. Okay. I didn't get what was happening, and I just feel like the whole time you were just trying to make me laugh, and my meat didn't know where to go.
Well, the Mad doesn't fart when you pull your meat out.
That was the one thing the movie was missing, was a fart joke.
I think on the 20
Was there
years
a
from
fart
now, recap of that, you're going to regret saying that joke.
Yeah. I already regret it. I regretted it before I said it.
Well, everybody, I'm sorry to announce this, but Freddie has been fired from the podcast for sexual misconduct.
I've got a box full of sex toys right over there by Mike.
He's the owner and
He looked.
owner of the
The
podcast.
curtain's locked.
Well,
So we got to go to the board of directors now.
yeah,
CEO.
I'm the CEO.
He's got a button by his table.
Locks the door.
Locks the curtains.
Locks the curtains on the
curtains.
doors.
Hey, we assault our listeners' ears every week anyway.
It's true.
I have curtains up so no one can claim I ever trapped them in this room.
Beef curtains.
Instead of doors.
So, filmmaker and filmmakers do better.
It was short, at least.
Yeah.
Like maybe an hour,
And it was goofy.
27 minutes.
There were moments, and I sort of saw what you were trying to do. You just weren't good at it.
I really want to know, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I really want to know what did you want? What you want? I actually was watching this movie with a friend of the show who was like, so somebody picked that? Does that person hate you guys?
Yes. I mean, clearly.
I was like, no, he definitely doesn't. Maybe it's something fun to riff on.
Yeah, but after it just shut up. And, like the second half just shut up.
Yeah, it stopped being fun to watch for being bad. It just got headache inducing.
Yeah.
Like, you just wanted to be over.
Yeah.
Is anyone else like simultaneously like attracted and repulsed by Billy Zane?
A little bit.
I'm always like that though with him.
Yeah, he's got both.
His eyeliner eyes bother me.
His outfit.
I think it's
bothered me.
his soft voice.
Does he wear eyeliner?
Gives me the creeps.
I think that's just how his eyelashes are.
Okay.
Like Nestor Carbonell.
So, and he just has this undercurrent of
danger.
I heard he doesn't wear undercurrents.
Does he? He was in The Mummy, right?
No, you're thinking of
that other dude.
Yeah, I can get his name
He
for
looks
you.
like the Mummy.
I know who
He
you're
looks like
talking
that guy.
about.
Okay.
That guy, because of the eyeliner, because that was very Egyptian looking.
Ah.
I just still.
That's Arnold Vosloo.
Okay.
Right. Totes.
He was also in Shark Killer.
Oh.
Arnold Vosloo.
Yeah, Jeremy, we need to hear
I
it.
think they were
I
trying
need feedback.
I think they were trying to overwhelm us with the amount of jokes.
Yeah.
That was a problem. It was just like, yeah.
That last joke, like after I was already done, and that last joke where it's like, now the car is going off the screen, and now the car is coming back on the screen.
Doesn't this feel like, when someone in organized crime decides to get into movies?
Oh.
And they're like, you know what? We're gonna go legitimate. I've had this idea rattling around my brains.
Oh, like the Postal movie and
like anything.
Yeah.
But it's when somebody has the money and they're like, I
want to make movies.
What if mad cow disease turned people into zombies?
Like
and other
Birdemic.
like, that's a great idea, Vinny. You could spend the cigarette heist money on that. And he's like, I know. And also, I know this guy who owns a little Greek restaurant town named John Kalangas.
You guys.
And he's friends with Billy Zane. And they're like, the Billy Zane from Titanic?
And we'll clean the money through our five and dime used guys merchandise. That's a Disney's Hollywood Studios Streets of America RIP joke.
That was a good joke, Annie.
Use guys the merchandise.
This was almost like a new genre of like torture comedy for me. Because it was real hard.
You know how the genre is called torture porn?
Torture comedy?
Because on screen, torture is treated in a very this is actually, you torture your audience with your comedy.
But some of
Jeff
it was funny.
Dunham, this movie.
Some of it was
But
funny.
it was like
It's true.
buried underneath the bodies of dead jokes.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead jokes.
It's almost like a setting for like dad jokes, and Billy Zane's your dad deliverer of dad jokes. So maybe it's Billy Zane's fault.
Yeah,
because I love a good dad joke.
I think Billy Zane actually tried though.
He did.
He was the best thing about the movie.
He's a little zany.
Oh, that's what Zane is short for?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh dear.
So Jeremy, you bumped up a level because this movie was bad. You gotta give us more money.
We're just gonna take it.
Or is this what he wanted? Did he inspire what he got? Did he get what he got?
Are you happy?
Are you happy with what you did to us?
Are you hoppy?
No, we still love you, Jeremy. We
Absolutely.
Do you guys ever want to do a patron's choice where they pick what we eat for lunch that day? I wonder what it would be. Jeremy would be like, all right, guys, I hope you like crab leg chowder.
I do
and
love
warm
crab leg
clam sauce.
Ugh. Barf City.
If
a Clamato float.
Is it still free?
No, we have to pay for it.
Damn it. Then
nothing in this world is free. There's no such thing as a free lunch.
Andy. Okay.
Ass, grass, or gas. Or Michael Fassbender.
He's
Nobody
really
rides for
exercising his
free.
CEO privileges today.
And I'm all out of Fassbender.
Fassbender doesn't fart when you pull your meat out.
What is wrong with you?
It's a truly tasteless joke. It's a classic.
It is.
Were we talking about that on air or off
I think
air?
that was off air.
Yeah.
Do you want
The
to
whole
context?
We're
setup
on
of
air.
why I was even
No,
making
I
that
brought
joke.
it up on
That was
air.
on air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can remember.
Was it?
Oh, Freddy.
Truly tasteless jokes.
Did we do enough about the bad? Are we good?
Yeah.
What else you got? Do you got anything else? I'm like, yeah, fuck that movie.
Keep your ears open for anything special that we might dump into this feed or possibly the Patreon feed while we're gone.
What does that mean?
Remember we talked about painting up some Easter eggs, so to speak?
Are you asking the listeners?
No, I'm talking to you, Amy. Oh my God!
What-
Did you have Alzheimer's?
But what do you need?
It's okay.
Do you need me to say something?
I'll take care of you.
I don't know what you were asking right now.
No, I was just saying to the listener
Oh, you're saying
that we may have some special things scheduled for while
So
we're
you don't
away,
miss us.
in case the boat sinks.
Oh my god!
Don't.
And we don't want the
Freddy!
mad. We don't want the mad to be the last thing we did,
No,
right?
the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse are supposed to still have a great time. It's everybody else that suffers.
No, it's
Don't
the world
forget.
that will suffer. I'm truly intrigued as to what horrible thing will befall the country while we're gone.
Oh no!
Have we
I feel like
have we established this on
is
the
going to
show?
get marked. This is
Yes,
going to be
yeah.
played on
Yeah.
an ABC special.
That we
when
we
we're on
paranoid.
vacation,
They said they were the Four
Shit
Horsemen of the
happens.
Apocalypse.
There's-
Turned out it was true.
There's some bad shit happening. We haven't even left yet.
it's true.
California, Jesus.
I know.
Cow.
Yeah, y'all be safe down out there.
Yeah.
Please, we got some good friends out there.
You have been on my mind a lot. Because
Not-
that's some
Fuck
awful
Georgia. California on my mind.
You know, I'm more worried about the animals and the people in the houses.
shit. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because animals don't have insurance.
Yeah.
Ours do.
They do?
Millie signed up for disability insurance, and I'm like, what do you even do? I'm like, you're not bringing in any income.
Has she done a workers' comp yet?
Not yet.
Anything?
Phew.
Yeah.
No, that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
The minute she signed up,
Expect it.
I was like, oh, here it comes. She's like, I slipped outside.
Oh,
You
she's
should
gonna be-
shovel better.
She's barking up the wrong
Oh,
tree.
there's
If
gonna
think
be-
she's getting any money out of
I
you as a
know.
CEO.
That's right.
I'm gonna have an expose on her, like where she's filmed doing things that she shouldn't be doing,
Yeah.
Did you say ex-posy? Like Parker Posey?
like golfing and stuff.
She licks the taco shells before she makes the tacos.
All right. So, what's next week? Or the next time we record?
We don't know yet. We
No.
need
Donnie!
Donnie. If you hear this, please let us know what your patron's choice is.
Donnie, can you hear me?
Ooh,
It was a
Donnie
duo.
Duncan.
We
It-
sunk.
you
that
didn't
was
say.
You cannot count singles.
We sunked up,
Donnie Duncan.
on perfect timing.
Andy.
We took a risk.
why do you want me off the show?
Well, we hope you never lose your sense of wonder.
I know I'm not the. I know I'm the most hated person on the show. Anyway.
Not true.
No, it is.
And
it's
like,
true.
and people don't want me on the show anyway. But you guys are pushing me away.
All right,
Mm-mm,
it's
love
time
you,
to
Andy.
talk about the people who are Beelzebubs. Patreon.com/NOTLP. If you want to be a Beelzebub, we'll say your name because you are at the level where we said we would. Mike, that was good.
Okay, sorry.
Mike was singing "Say My Name" in the background.
But I didn't do it close to the
Silently.
microphone for
You couldn't
Andy,
hear it.
because I love him.
So we've already talked about Jer Bear a bunch,
Mhm.
but Jer Bear's on that list. Adam,
Hey, what's up, Adam? How you doing?
Brooke,
It's Adam and Brooke, not Adam and the male Brooke.
Here we go.
Does
This
he-
is going to get fun.
What is it?
Let's see how deep we dive here.
What is the punchline? Doesn't fart when you pull out of the oven?
the oven doesn't fart when you pull out your meat. What's the
What's the difference
setup?
between...
I don't want us to do the setup. It's,
Oh, okay.
it's horribly homophobic.
It is horribly
Okay, then what's the one about browning it? The microwave.
The difference between an asshole and a microwave is you can't brown meat.
Okay, that's it. But the other one is
The other one
something
is
else, right?
usually used.
It
yeah.
doesn't have to be homophobic.
It doesn't have to be. It's
because
just an
anal
anal
sex
joke.
is for anyone who's
It's
comfortable
true.
with it.
Anyone that has an anus
Live
can
your
have anal
life, and
sex.
if you're not hurting anybody, enjoy it.
Who's
Unless
the-
that person wants to be hurt, and then that's part of it too.
Speaking of people that want to be hurt, who's our next Beelzebub?
Ernest,
Ernie. I'm so sorry we hurt you.
Alberto,
Alberto.
Hey.
Farts when you pull your meat out.
I'm sorry, Alberto.
This is like a new game show. Does it or doesn't it fart when you pull your meat out?
Then we got Albert.
And then there's Albert, which you would think that if Alberto does, Albert would, but he doesn't.
Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex, both of them. They make squeakers. They're like,
and they brown your meat too.
And your meat's brown.
Brandon Boone.
He farts when I kill him.
In Friday the 13th.
Is that true that everybody does that when they die?
You shit your pants, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Call of Duty World War II is great, by the way.
Oh, you
need to get it, Mike.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But can I say this real quick? Resident Evil. Anybody playing that in VR? Anybody playing that game? Should I? Here's my question. Any video games, you can feel free to email me. Resident Evil is fantastic. VR, it's an amazing experience, but I've gotten to a boss, and I'm playing on normal difficulty that I wasted 45 minutes trying to kill. I had to come out of VR because it was giving me a headache, and now I don't feel like I'm ever going to return to the game again. So it's about 6 or 7 hours in, boss battle. Now I feel like I'm going to have to restart on easy.
Mike, you can do it.
You think I just need to power through it?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need to have the crew over, and we can take turns trying to outsmart this boss, because he's a crafty mofo. Sorry.
We got Bill in New York.
What's up, Bill? Billy boy.
Bill.
Billy boy.
We love Bill. We met Bill in person.
Yes, we did.
I always love the ones who are near and dear to my heart, who I get to hug physically.
Freddy's a hugger.
He
We've
is a
got
hugger.
Blake.
Wait, you didn't tell us fart status.
Oh.
His fart status, well, he told me some good advice for VR. PS3 is if you hit the X button at just the right time, that boss will not fart when you pull your meat out.
Oh.
And then
that's a good tip.
That way you can beat the game.
Maybe I'll get through that now.
Because that's usually what's draining most of your health at
It's
that
the
point.
extra
Is
fart
when
power.
the fart comes out.
Yep.
And then it does a lot of damage.
All right.
That stinks.
I'm 5 years old. Blake, you.
I'm sorry, who?
Balake, you didn't know this, but your parents named you after the character in The Mad. And that's sad. Ask your dad.
Oh, Brad.
Brad, I'm mad.
Fart status.
I don't know, Freddy. What's
His fart stat? Oh, like oily shit.
Oh.
Sorry. Just a fact.
We've got Mark Watts.
Mark Fotts. Is this the most childish thing we've ever done?
I love it.
Like
I mean, that can't be true, but
the day I don't find a fart joke funny is the day I die.
That's true.
And then you fart, because when you die, you fart. And you
We've
splatter
got
shit everywhere.
Up next, Mikey P.
Mikey Poop.
I get it.
Is that what the P stands for?
No, it's Powell.
Oh, it should have been Poot. It should have been Poot.
Oh, like Demi Lovato's
Yeah, like
sister.
Poot Lovato.
We've got the lovely Slide.
Slide, as in what slides out of your bottom.
You hear it, something burst. Because you're sliding into first. You got slide.
These two are going to be 40 next month.
Yeah.
What?
Andy Hot Dog
Was that all of our Beelzebubs?
No, we've got Commando.
Commando.
You watching?
I just made a fart noise instead of saying the word fart that time.
I could see Freddy winding up for that one.
If you're not sure about your fart status, don't go
Don't do
Commando.
Commando. Amanda was just on High Five Happy Hour with me and Kelly. Yeah. We had a great time. That's for patrons only.
Fart happy fart.
Because you know what we're going to experience with all these meals? Freddie and I are having conversations about linen pants and whether or not you wear them commando style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they're light colored and then you might shit yourself.
But if you shit yourself...
How big is the boat? Could you imagine having to go from like wherever you eat on the boat, like up a few decks, up the grand staircase, or wherever
to the poop deck?
With the poop deck with all that poop dribbling out of your linen pants.
Don't forget, we got friends at this table though. Yeah. So if I'm in the bathroom needing some pants,
this will be our last fancy vacation.
Yeah,
they'll be like, "You're not welcome back."
Hey,
2 years of planning and a number 2 ruined it.
You pooped your linen pants.
And our final Beelzebub is Jimmy
Fots.
Jimmy farts corn.
Jimmy fart corn, and I don't care. I'm 9. I guess many.
It's so stupid. Why is it making me laugh so much?
I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Freddie, you're beautiful.
You're sick.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm literally sick.
Okay, but
I think I'm feverish.
Did you hit him in the balls? balls?
I didn't hit him. I threw something at him. There's a difference.
Did it hit him in the balls though?
Andy,
when you
that's not
threw it?
No,
nice.
it hit in the Apple
Seriously,
Watch.
Oh, not in the Apple Watch.
Seriously, I need to ask you guys to stop doing that.
Stop doing what?
What?
The singing stuff.
Why? We have
Andy,
fun.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I know. I'm like, joy kill, and I know people
You
like me
are.
anyway, but
You are.
Oh, Andy.
cut that shit out.
No.
You know, I could never tell because that upset you because of your papa poker face. Papa poker, papooker.
Well, it's been a nice run for me, guys.
Yeah. Is that right?
I don't know.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
everybody. We'll be back in a couple weeks. Hopefully, we'll have some stuff to tide you over. Merry Christmas. Anything else?
You want to hear a Bitcoin joke?
Yeah.
Kid comes to the dad and says, "Can I have $10 in Bitcoin?" He says, $9.78. What do you need with 1012? I got that from Reddit. You're welcome.
Still don't get it.
I didn't. I had to ask him.
If you
to
don't
explain
get
it to
that,
me.
let's talk. What you know the difference between a microwave and an anus? What do you need with $9.76?
Oh.
Is this what
A microwave doesn't brown your meat.
the listeners know? What Freddy on Donuts is like? This is Freddy on Dayquil.
Mm-hmm.
And
A lot of cold
Chobert.
medicine.
And Chobert. Wasn't that what you had? Chobert?
Chobert?
What was it? What kind of yogurt were you eating this morning?
Oh, 000.
But
what
what's
is
the
that?
brand name? It starts with a C.
Did you hear?
It was Oikos, wasn't it?
Winkos.
What's that noise?
I don't know. It's crackling. Let's stop the show then.
Cracklin' Oat Brand. That's what I wish I had.
Okay, everybody. Thanks so
Love
much
and
for
kindness.
listening. Kisses and hugs.